Good morning, good afternoon actually now. It's just after noon. And if you're on the replay, thanks for joining me. Please tap on the screen for hearts if you're on the mobile device. This is the day 5 of the Love Fest Challenge, and this is the book I'm reading from, my book. Lover, nice to have you here. Let's move my props out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Thanks for joining me, and if you're here for the first time, please make sure that you are following me on Periscope. Hi, nice to have you here. Whoops, was I trying to mess up my screen here? Sorry, I'm working on my computer behind the phone. This is that's better. Confusion of keyboard stuff. Russia in the house, nice to have you here. Welcome to my daily, this is my day 5 of my 10-day Love Fest Challenge, and this is going to be some good stuff. So thanks for joining me. Come from all over the world, this is wonderful. Doing it earlier today because I have a commitment to a 4-hour Periscope Sherapalooza coming up in an hour. So I decided to put my Love Scope before that. So I do a Love Scope every day, and I've done for about 3 months now. So definitely follow me, find out more about my stuff. If you're interested in what I'm doing today, this is the Love Scope Challenge. So it's actually the Love Challenge, and it's barryselby.com/challenge. Find out more about it. It's going for 10 days, so you're still joining for the second week. I'm posting all the replays in that Facebook group, and there's a chance to vote on the chapters. What I'm teaching from is my book. Hi Cindy, nice to have you here. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover is my book. I'm teaching from that each day, and I'm letting the people in the challenge, so this is where you want to get the challenge, vote on which chapter based on which section we're on. Hi Gail, nice to have you here too. Today's section is a deeper one, and I've said that basically each day of this theme we're going deeper every excuse me, we're going deeper every day in this challenge because it's going to get more potent and more effective and more dynamic for your life. So let me start over with who I am, because I just jumped right in. My name is Barry Selby. That's the reason why it's on my book. And it's on my challenge, which I'm offering. Sorry, I've got notes everywhere. See? Barry Selby, it's me. I am the heartbreak repair specialist, and I'm passionate about helping my clients, my audience, my followers have amazing relationships. How I do that depends on the client, and it's really about them healing their hearts. And I'm passionate about this work. In fact, last night, just as a sidebar, I was at the 100th Great Love Debate, which I've actually been on the panel for before. And watching the people on the panel and the audience and the questions and answers, I see how much we don't know about relationships and how much we need to learn. So I'm passionate about this to help you out with getting what you want in love, life, and relationships. Whether you're single or in a couple or not sure what you want to do, my work will help you. That's what I'm here for. So, thank you. I am passionate about this work, and so what I've done is have this free challenge for 10 days. This is halfway through. We do 5 days this week, 5 days next week, and you can still join in. You can watch the scopes, but if you want to get the full effect, you want to join the group, because on Facebook we're doing all the sharing and also the choosing the chapters. Which brings me to today. Today's theme is about your history. That's the actual section of the book. In fact, I'll show you just to prove my point. I'm going to find the place in the book to show you. This is my book. It is a #1 best-selling book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. And this is the section today, about your history. Dun, dun, dun. And the chapters I put up in the Facebook group, there were 6 of them. And I have a split tie now. So I'm deciding if I want to do both or each. So what I'm going to do is give the option to you, since you're watching live. The 2 chapters that were chosen were chapter 27, which is your baggage is never caused by your new relationship. Which you might get into. And the other chapter was chosen was chapter 31. Lovers come and go, you are the constant. So what I'm going to do is have you, whilst I'm waiting, type in the comments either 27 for the first one, which is baggage is never caused by your new relationship, or 31 for the lovers come and go, you are the constant, or both. So you're about to do a shout out to you on a scope, so check it out later. Okay, I will. Thank you for that. 31. Okay, I got one vote for 31. So let me know which ones you want to go to. 31 or 27 are the choices, which chapter to go with, because in the group the vote was even split. And so it's too late to ask the group to give me a deciding vote, so I'm going to let you decide the vote. So I've got one vote for 27, I think I got. Any other votes? Any other votes? Going once? Going twice? I think we're going to be going to 27. Okay, so chapter 27 in the book. Oh, it's 31, excuse me. My bad. 31. Thank you for correcting me. I missed that one. So anyway, any other votes? I've only got one vote for chapter 31 out of this wonderful audience. There's 20 of you on here. So, of course, no. Keep me on track. It's good. I appreciate that. So again, the option is to choose, and I'll give you one last chance. Chapter 27, your baggage is never caused by your relationship. Put in number 27 if that's your choice. Or chapter 31, there's one vote so far, which is lovers come and go, you are the constant. So you missed what I said. What I said was in the group today. I put the list of chapters into the group last night, and only 2 chapters got votes, and they got a split vote. So I'm offering you, the viewers here on Periscope Live, to choose which one. Oh, sorry, what's the first one again? Sorry, Gail. Chapter 27 is your baggage is never caused by your new relationship. And the other chapter, chapter 31, is lovers come and go, you are the constant. Actually, they're kind of the same thing, but I want to make sure you get specifically which one you want. So 27 or 31. What's the choice? 27. Okay, now I've got a split vote. Of course it's going to be that way. I might have to do both the way things are going. Any other votes? I know, hard choice, exactly. 27. Okay, I've got 2 for 27, 1 for 31. All right, I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds, and I'm going to cut it off and choose and go with the one voted for. So which one I got? So I got 2 for 27, 1 for 31. Any other votes, or is that going to be it? It's gone quiet suddenly. No hearts, no comments. I know everyone's gone quiet. I guess we're going to do it with 27. So you can see the majority vote. Sorry for the 31 vote. I got 2 for it's funny how it's one deciding vote. All right. I may do the others later on, but frankly, thank you, Gail. You know me that well, huh? I don't bite. Only to my loved ones I do that. So what I want to say, though, before I get into this, is if you want to get all the chapters, this is a plug for my book, so just no one going there before I get to the chapter. You can get the whole thing on Amazon.com, the whole book is a physical book. But I recommend right now, if you want to get it quicker, especially if you're in this challenge, get the ebook version, because it's on my site directly. It's half the price of the physical book, and you get it immediately. So all you do is go to, plug again, barryselby.com/book. You go there and you see all the choices there. You can get the physical book, the Kindle version, or the ebook. I recommend the ebook because it's formatted correctly. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Kindle version. It's not as good layout-wise. That is, same content, and get book, and get the ebook version, and then you can follow along with the chapters. So today I'm doing chapter 27 based on the current votes, which I love. I love the fact that you're interactive and giving me the feedback. So here's the chapter heading, and I'll explain what I mean in a moment. So chapter 27 is, are you sitting comfortably? And I'll begin. Your baggage, aka your unresolved stuff, is never caused by your new relationship. You attracted your partner to show you what you haven't yet resolved. Sorry, you've attracted your partner to show you what you haven't yet resolved. Get to it. So let me explain what that means first before you go, what does that mean? What does that mean? And it's a fairly, it's a juicy chapter. As I said, the book gets deeper as you go in. So, it's like, I've got like a sunshade with the book. So, what do I mean by this? What I mean is this, and let me break this down with some context. There's a wonderful teacher about science, physics, biology, stuff like that, named Bruce Lipton. I got the privilege of seeing him about a month and a half ago. There's a book out called The Biology of Belief. And in it, and in his work, and this is what parallels to what I talk about, he talks about how our consciousness is made up of 2 things. A conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Bear with me, I'm going to explain what I mean as I go along. We as kids, especially when we're born, don't know much about how the world works. So we become sponges for everything around us. So what life presents to us becomes our rules for how to live life. We take it on automatically. So as kids, usually from about 0 to about 7, 8, 9, or 10, our subconscious mind is this open, like vacuum cleaner, sucking in all the knowledge and insights of the world, particularly from parents, teachers, adults around us, who show us how the world looks, kind of like modeling what the life is for us. That means in the areas of health, food, communication, relationship, religion, spirituality, money, business, all those things we learn from our examples around us doing what they do, which is great if you have great models. Most of us didn't, frankly, in some areas, because none of us are perfect. So as a young kid, from say 0 to 8, 9, or 10, your subconscious mind is a sponge taking everything around you. And then around the age of 8, 9, or 10, the conscious mind becomes present, because that's what happens is that we grow up into a teenage or juvenile age. The conscious mind becomes the gatekeeper for the knowledge coming in, and we filter things through, because you notice as an adult, some things you go, that's true, some things you go, that's not true. Before that, there was no filter. It's very key to know this. So you say your baggage, basically what happens is, first of all, you're imprinted with how relationships work in this context by your parents, or the adults around you if you're raised by the people, grandparents or step-parents, whatever that was. Good, bad, or indifferent, that's what you get. And that's the fun topic, in a way, and I mean that sarcastically, that some people have to deal with. So if you're raised in a family that has some challenges in it, maybe emotional challenges, or addictive challenges, or abusive challenges, those will be patterns you take on as you get into adulthood. So that is also the driving force for your relationships. I'm not going to get into that part to another chapter, that's further in the book. But in the context of your baggage, like most families, right? So when I talk about baggage, what I mean is, you meet somebody wonderful, special, and amazing. You have a great time and connection with them. And you have great sex, chemistry, everything's working great. But after a period of time, things show up. Like old tapes start running. Or they say something you don't want to hear and you feel upset by it. Or you don't get what you want from your partnership. 9 times out of 10, it's not the first time in this relationship or past relationships. In fact, it's quite likely that what this person is doing reminds you of a past relationship. That should be a clue. The clue being this, that your relationship choice, yes, repeating patterns, your relationship choice is driven by that subconscious mind, as I mentioned earlier. So you're saying, I want a new relationship that's different from everything before, but unfortunately, your baggage is driving the car. So you're going this way to get what you want, meanwhile your baggage is driving over here. So in the context of the chapter heading, and I'll go back to read the chapter heading again, just to, where is it, 27. The baggage isn't caused by your new relationship. You brought it with you. I mean, it sounds obvious, but it's true. You moved into this new relationship like moving to a house with your suitcase from before. So blaming your partner and making it their fault isn't going to work. In fact, you blame them, kick them out, and say, I'm not going to do this with you. Your next relationships can do the same thing. So don't waste time and don't waste hearts, or yours. Deal with the baggage you have. Work with your own stuff. Heal what's in the way. So when you do go into a new relationship, you're clear, clean, and aligned. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for the comment scale. I appreciate that. So in my work with my clients, I'm just going to say this now so you know what I talk about, a large part of my work is to help them heal their hearts, because many of us have had heartbreak, heart injury, heart pain, suffering from past relationships that impacts our current relationships. That sucks. So it's not, and say, you can't necessarily heal it by going to a new relationship and covering it up. All you're doing is covering it up. That doesn't work. You must, please, you must take into account your own heart before you go into the next relationship. So if you want some questions, if you have any questions particularly about that, I'll answer them now, because I want to give that point on the table. Hi Ian, good to have you here. Because I want to break this up into the conversation. So Ian, just so you know, we're just covering chapter 27 of my book in this topic about your history, and the title of the title of the chapter is Your Baggage, aka your unresolved stuff, is never caused by your new relationship. You attracted your partner to show you what you haven't yet resolved. Get to it. Now that's what I want to say, by the way. You attracted your partner to show you what you haven't yet resolved. This is the key, or another key rather. If you haven't resolved your past baggage, it's like a magnet pulling to you. Someone will help you reveal it. Light bulbs going off? You're like, oh my God, coming up. This is a vital piece to know. It's almost impossible to go into a new relationship without any real baggage being brought up. The reason being is the person you attracted unconsciously, because again, as I mentioned, and I'm going to reflect back to this, your subconscious mind is the bigger part of your consciousness, your conscious mind is a small part of. So your conscious mind, yes, mirrors bring back to our stuff, exactly, Gail. So your subconscious mind has more energy, more force, more dynamic energy. So when you're looking to create a relationship, you may have a conscious mind say, I want this, 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 and this. Meaning your subconscious mind is, I want this. There's the sound effects, I know. But it's that thing of the power of the subconscious mind is so powerful it overrides your conscious choices. and exactly what you need to heal or release comes up. So you're going to attract to yourself a partner, a relationship opportunity that's going to bring up all your old stuff. I've proven it myself 3 times in a row. I know from experience it doesn't work. That's why I write about it in my book. That's why I coach my clients. You need to be aware of this. It's a vital piece of the puzzle to know that this is what's going to happen. So you have 2 choices. One choice is go right ahead and keep repeating the same thing again and again and again. Albert Einstein says it's the definition of insanity, do the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. Or do something different. What I mean by that is get help. Get coaching, get guidance, get support, get some guidance to get you where you want to go. You're always amazed by the repeating things that come up months after the first connection when all is bliss. Exactly. Because of this, you know this, Gil, because you do the law of attraction stuff, you understand this. You get comfortable in a relationship. After the initial phase of that courtship, that honeymoon phase, all the stuff that was underneath it comes up. That's your baggage. And if you haven't resolved it in the past relationship, it's going to come up in this one. Don't resolve it in this one, it'll come up in the next one. It's predictable. Painfully so. So I'm just imploring you, if you have a desire for a better, healthier relationship, find tools to get you through this. You still have stuff though, like I saw, work in progress. But you can also accelerate the healing of that stuff and the release of that stuff if you work with somebody like me, hint, hint. Or a book you read, or a seminar you take, or a therapist you work with. It's worth investing the time and the money because it saves you the pain and aggravation down the road. Simple. Well, simple, not easy. So I'll make that clear. So any other questions, thoughts, by the way, as I'm talking about this? It's a richer subject than I'm getting into here. Thank you. Yes, Gail, I understand. It is true. I mean, this is one of the cornerstones of my work. And I'll talk about this more next week as part of the 3 big keys I'll bring to the table Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week of this 10-day challenge. So, yeah, simple, not easy, indeed. So any questions, thoughts before well, I'm not going to wrap up, but I want to get this into your core because I've spoken enough now to give you some groundwork of what I'm talking about, and I'll have your input or feedback or thoughts about this that I can answer questions on. Question: so would it be best to be single as you clear the baggage and get help? Frankly, yes. If you're aware of it and if you're not in a relationship currently, if you're in a relationship, you don't have to necessarily leave it. But the thing about this is, if you get help whilst you're single, 1, you won't drag it into the next relationship, and 2, if you're already in a relationship, you might find the attraction fades because the baggage isn't there to be attracted to. Oh, there's another piece. I didn't mention this, so let me give you this piece too. When you're in a new relationship, you'll start discovering after a few months that what actually drew you to that person wasn't what you thought consciously, but as I said, the subconscious mind, which means your baggage is attracting, guess what? Their baggage. So now you've got 2 lots of baggage to deal with. Isn't that fun? No. But this is the piece. So the more you get to do the work on your own first, separately, you'll be more mindful of watching for the repeating patterns appearing. True, you will be more mindful of watching for the repeating patterns appearing. And if you do the work beforehand, Gail, this is the thing. If you do the work beforehand, you won't go into those sort of relationships, more likely. The more you heal what's in here, the more clear you'll be to attract what you want out there. And it's a direct cause and effect. So to be in a relationship with someone who's already got the baggage, unless let me rephrase this one again. When you are in a relationship with somebody and your baggage comes up and you want to deal with it, you don't actually have to leave the relationship, but you do need to get your partner to do the same thing. You both need to get help. Now, you may find that the attraction falls away because you no longer have the attraction on the baggage level. Then again, you might find you discover a whole new level of gifts and love that you have to each other because you're both on the conscious level. Again, choices. So this is the piece. Baggage is annoying. It's a pain. It's right in the way of your next opportunity for love and relationship because it's tied to your loving. In the paradigm I talked to with somebody last night, we have patterns we grow up as a kid. If you're in an abusive family dynamic growing up, you will look for abuse to mean loving to you as an adult. Literally. You won't feel fully loved until you get abused, which is insane, but it's the truth. But that's what we grow up with because we're raised with a certain set of beliefs by the parents, adults around us that make loving tied to a certain formulation that we create without knowing what it is. It automatically comes in. It is often our parents' baggage too, yes, it's true. I've said before that abuse is hereditary, not as a DNA pattern, but as a conscious behavioral pattern. So if you were abused, it's likely your parents were abused and grandparents were abused beyond that. So you're welcome. This is one of the cores of my work. It's what I'm passionate about. And so I'll just to let you know this now. In my bio on Periscope, I do have a link to a discovery session, my gift to you. If you want to do a private conversation offline, You click on the links, the first link in my bio, which is the link to my consult, which is a free discovery session, and I can help you go deeper if you want to get some clarity on this. And by the way, also whilst I'm there, on the bio is also a donation button. I have a link there for a tip jar / donation sponsorship button. Please tap on that if you feel you're getting value from this and you want to support me financially. I welcome that too, because that all goes into a special fund I use for other things. So I welcome that income too. So back to this. Any other questions, topics on this before I go further? Because I think I've covered most of the key parts of this chapter. Yes, Gail? So I guess you're saying yes, you have a question, or yes, you are agreeing with what I said? I love this. I notice the count's been dropping down. I think some people are going, oh, it's too much for me. That's the thing about this work. It's not for the faint of heart. And there are people out there who like to play on the surface level and never go deep, and they pay the price. Yes, you can ask a specific question. Absolutely, you can. This is open forum for you now, so you can. And again, this is part of my work, my book, and this is my work. And the 10-day challenge goes through this week and next week. So if you're welcome to join in by going here, barryselby.com/challenge to sign up. It's a free gift. Started on Monday, but you can watch the recaps. All the replays are on the Facebook page. I need to put up the catch versions now. So you woke up one night at age 10 and heard my dad threatening to leave. Okay. I pen and text since this day. Okay. I understand. So what's your question behind that? I think I know what your question is going to be, but I'd like to have you put the question up. I'll wait for you to do that. Today I always find myself with men who say they want to marry me, but then somehow they leave. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say this to you. Mel, is that? Well, it's not. Hey, how are you? Good to see you here. Sorry, I'm answering a question in the middle of a question. Hang on one second. So it's like bipolar. It's not bipolar. Let me clarify this. What it is, yes, it is. If you have imprinted on you, which you sound like you have, that your dad was going to leave you, then the fear of the masculine male partner deserting you, leaving, is absolutely going to repeat itself in later life. That's why I mentioned before that if you're single and want to have a different choice of relationships, you need to be healed of that past pattern. Okay? Yeah, it is a great question. People don't always want to look. It's important though. It seems scary but so worthwhile. Yes. You can heal this though. Absolutely you can. So I want to answer your question, Mel. Yes, you can heal this. 2, it's in your control. And 3, it is likely tied to your father threatening to leave because your trust in the male energy staying has been threatened by that as a kid, which got imprinted, as I said before, in your subconscious. So it's going to run around looking for that sort of man out there going, I need to find a man who might threaten to leave me or will leave you. And that's what you get. So you may also be giving up a vibe that ends up pushing them away. Well, that's the baggage. The vibe you put out is the subconscious baggage being out there going, I need to find a man who's going to leave me. You won't know this, it won't be conscious, but unconsciously it's happening. Exactly, the fear of abandonment. So yes, unfortunately that's what's playing out. The good news is you know this, which is a huge step. The fact you're aware of this is a big piece of the puzzle. Now the key thing is, can you find the way to work with it to heal it? If you heal this pattern, this history for yourself, then you'll have a different paradigm moving forward. Absolutely guaranteed. I've seen it before so many times. So, yep. It's absolutely the case. So, in answer to your question, yes, it's very likely that what you're having in current relationships, as I said before, is tied to your history with your dad, and absolutely can be healed. So if you want to find out more, click on the consult button on my bio and reach out, and I'll help you with that. It can be of my service to you. Did I answer your question, Mel? I hope it did. Any other questions whilst I'm here? You're welcome, absolutely. I saw Angel of Lace joining in recently. Yes, thank you, Gail. Well, this is my wheelhouse. This is my passion. This is my work. And I'm very passionate about this piece because so many of us forget this. I did. So having healed this and worked through this myself, I'm absolutely passionate about helping everybody, my clients in particular, of course, because they're the ones that I work with directly, healing this. So if you get value from this scope, awesome. If you want to go deeper, please reach out. This is my passion, my joy, my service, to help you get what you want and to get what's in the way out of the way so you actually can get it. All right? So any other questions, thoughts as I go through on this one? And if you missed most of this one, you can go back and watch the replay. There's a lot of good content. I did explain the chapter at the beginning and what this is about. So make sure you watch the replay. And again, if you want to join me, please, you're welcome. Thank you, Gail. join the challenge here, which is barryselby.com, which is my website /challenge. And I recommend if you want to follow along with the book, get the ebook version, which you can follow on right away at barryselby.com/book. I do make these links easy to remember. Okay, you get the ebook version first. It's much easier to work with. It's only half the price of the physical book. You have it right away. All right. Any other questions or thoughts before I wrap up? And thank you for putting your questions. I appreciate your authenticity and your vulnerability to ask those questions. It was definitely a risk, I understand, and I appreciate you doing it in this space. But if you want to go deeper, I'd recommend doing it privately because that's safer space for your heart to heal. So that's it. All right. Any other thoughts, questions, comments? Thanks for the smiling one there, Gail. I think we're coming to an end of this one. Angel of Lace, I saw you earlier, but are you still here, or did you just pop in and pop out again? That's the thing with Periscope, you don't know when people leave unless you go looking through your profile and stuff, and it's not easy to track. Any other questions? Any thoughts before I wrap up? Yes, no, yes, no. I think we're quiet. So let me do a quick summarization. This chapter 27 out of my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover, it's about your own baggage, about stuff that you carry in the way into your next relationship. Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks for watching, Gail. Thanks for participating in this one. I may do it earlier again because I seem to have more interaction on the earlier ones. I just moved it earlier because in about half an hour, I'm kicking off a 4-hour Shirapalooza with Perry 10K. So you want to be watching me. Follow it. But if you're not following me now, please make sure you do tap the little guy in the corner and watch me and follow me. It's going to be a blast. We're going to talk about the power of teamwork, collaboration in Perry 10K. It's going to be amazing. So it's going to be a rocking good time. So thank you for watching. Get involved in your life. And don't leave it to your next partner to reveal it to you. Take care of yourself now. If you're single, this is the best time to get clear about what's in the way, so you can attract what you really want. Yes, it's great to know, go to Match.com or Tinder or Plenty of Fish and meet people. If you ain't healed the stuff in here, it doesn't matter what you do out there. Seriously, it doesn't matter what you do out there. You'll still come back to your issues in here. So do the work. Get what you want. Love fully, freely, happily, ever after. That's my wish for you. So thank you for watching this scope. And if you missed it, please go back and watch the replay. It'll be online, and I'll be around on Periscope in about half an hour doing something else. But make sure you follow me because I do love scopes every day. And if you want to find out more about my scopes, sorry, I've got notes everywhere galore. Here we go. I have a ton of love scopes posted on my archive, which is catch.me/barryselby. That's all of my archives. I've got 155 scopes up there now. I think something like that, and about 120 of those are all about love and relationships. That's a lot of content for you. Just watching those will change your life. And of course, if you want to go deeper in personal life, message me, find out from me. And again, in my private bio, there's 2 links. The first link is for a discovery session, my gift to you. And then below that is the link to my donation button. So that's it. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here, Gail. And I know some other people, friends here too. I'm signing off now, listening to the questions. I'll be back on again doing my Perry 10K thing at the top of the hour. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Get out there and have good times in your life, but love clearly, consciously, openly, and love yourself first. All right? Take care of yourselves. I'll be back on soon.